Welcome back to the channel. My name is Steven. I'm a pharmacist and I own 52 units of real estate. So I had a limiting belief destroyed recently when talking to somebody about other people's money. So I had this weird belief that no one would give me money to invest in real estate as a syndicator or even as a private money lender. I didn't even think about the private money lending route because I'm very dissuaded from the syndication route. That's not a business model that I want to pursue because it's just not for me. It's not my lifestyle. It's just not my cup of tea right now, at least. And I think I'd be more stressed dealing with other people. And I'd rather just work a W-2 than deal with that stress of, raising other people's capital and running that business model. And for me, I don't like that with syndication. You only own about 20-30% of the equity. Yeah, I get it that you're raising other people's money, but I'd rather own 100% of something smaller versus 20-30% of something larger. And this might be a limiting belief as to why I'll never be worth $1 billion, but I still think I can get to 100 million by the end of my life, which is way more enough than I would ever need, and that's way more enough for generational wealth. So I want to play the game that I want to play, right? So for me, I was like, well, I don't want to give up equity, but then I didn't think for some reason of, well, I can get private money lenders, right, to lend me money, and I can pay them a certain interest rate of between 10 to 12%, and I don't have to give them any equity in the deal. So if I could find a deal, and let's just say I can have a bank finance 75% of it, and then the remaining 25%, assuming the property cash flows enough, and the deals that I do find typically do cash flow enough, I could borrow that 25% from a private money lender. So if I have friends, family, coworkers, or people who just have money and they just want to get a 10 to 12% return on their money, no headache, it's mailbox money, it's auto pay money every month through an escrow account without dealing with tenants, toilets, headaches, people towards the end of their career, retirement. So examples I could think of is my aunts and uncles who are worth 20 million each, and they're retired, they don't want to deal with real estate, so would they appreciate 10-12% return on their money? They may, right? So for me, I could offer that. Or, like I said, the bank puts 75% down. I can raise the 25% through private money lenders, give them no equity in the deal, just give them a flat 10-12%. And if it cash flows enough, the cash flow could cover that money, or I just get, cover it myself from my W-2 job if I'm still working, or from my other business income. And once I execute the value add strategy, renovate the units, raise the rents to market rents, do a cash out refinance. I could do a cash out refinance to pay back the private money lender so they get their money back. And then I basically pull out the money I put in the deal as well if I put any money in the deal. And then I could just continue to buy more real estate using the same private money lenders, right? So it's just building that track record over time. And I feel like I've done, right? Because I've done a full cycle on my 26 unit, my 20 unit, apartment complex. I'm a mobile home park as well, but it was full cycle for a loss. But my 26 unit, my 20 unit, those were winners. If I could have these deals can afford a private money lender. So for me, what I would do is I would, obviously the easiest is not to have a private money lender. I just can use the equity that I built up because I'm worth $6.2 million. I could do a cash out refinance on my 26 unit, pull out the money when the interest rates are lower. I could do cash out refinance on my 20 unit, lower my 6.5% interest rate, make it lower, but also pull out the original capital I left in the deal. I left about $120K in that deal. In my 26 unit, I would probably pull out $400,000, which is what I put in the deal. Take that $500,000 to go buy a $2 million apartment complex, or $1.52 million apartment complex. Maybe 40 units ish would be my sweet spot. So and then whatever I need the difference is, I could just have a private money lender that lends me money at 10 to 12%. I'll pay them 10 to 12% interest only on their money, and then I'll pay them out after I've executed the value add strategy. So that's something that I haven't thought about. That sounds more enticing because for me, I don't want to give up equity right now because I don't want to deal with partners. There's a lot of issues of partnerships. It can be death, divorce, disability. There's so many factors. I'd rather just own it myself, and I'd rather just pay someone as an interest rate on their money. So and I used to think that's not possible, but I'm there's actually are people out there where that may work for them. I may get to that point too, where I just pay me, I'll lend you $1 million, just pay me 10%, 12% on my money, and then it'll be easy for me, right? Assuming that someone has a track record. So Yeah, that's something, a route that I've never considered, and it's something that I'm starting to consider now, right? And for me, I talked about in another video, but I don't want to do more than one apartment complex deal right now. Like I did three at the same time, and I was really stressed. I was really overwhelmed, and I wasn't enjoying my life. So I think I can comfortably buy one instead of doing a 26 unit, a 20 unit, and a mobile home park. Maybe I'll just buy a 40 or 50 unit apartment complex. That's one that I have one property manager manage and one general contractor renovate, because I was dealing with three property managers and three general contractors, and I was not happy, right? Because you're juggling all this stuff, and it's easy to forget things. So for me, if I just had one bigger apartment, it'll make my life easier and more amenable. And I could just cover I can try to cover as much as I could with the renovation cost, with the down payment, but whatever is needed extra, I can have a private money lender come in, and I can borrow at 10-12% on their money to finish out the deal. So and then eventually, when I finish it, I do a cash out refinance. I'll pull out my capital, pay off my private money lenders, and then move on, right? So that's something that maybe will help me scale in the future. I always have a limiting belief that people don't want to lend me money, but for me, I've seen a lot more inexperienced operators who are able to have private money lenders, because it's all built on trust, right? At the end of the day, like, do they trust you with their money? Do they trust that you have high integrity, that you will make sure they're paid back, that you have a track record? And I felt like I built all that now, right? Because I've scaled to 52 units with only my money. I've never raised a cent, and I can continue to scale with just my money. But right now, I'm kind of limited on capital because everything's tied up because interest is so high. But I'm like, well, I can still buy real estate if I find a good deal. I just need to, like I said, the bank will lend the majority of it, and the whatever's remaining, I would have a private money lender come in for the rest, right? So it's kind of reinvigorating me to start looking for deals again in Oklahoma. But on the flip side, my personal life has been busy with the wedding planning, honeymoon, and just honestly taking a break, because I've been grinding for the past since I've been 30, so grinding for the past 4 years. So it's been nice to take a pause. But when I'm ready, after the wedding and after the honeymoon, and I'm ready to get back into it, then maybe assuming interest rates are still high, then maybe I'll just start sending out letters again to find deals, see what I come across, and if I find a good deal, then I'll just start reaching out to private money lenders who just want to earn 10-12% on their money. So that will open up a lot of avenues for me and give me kind of another deal to work on myself. So anyways, just wanted to share that I had this limiting belief for the longest time, and now it's getting shattered, and it's actually kind of inspiring and eye-opening to be able to capital shouldn't be a limit. Like, if I can find a good deal, the capital will come, right? But I also know that I own a lot of real estate at the same time, and it's not going to improve my quality of life. So for me, I'm kind of focusing, pausing, stabilizing, and trying to build up my reserves again, and eventually want to pay off this primary residence that I'm in. So it's not this greatest season for me to be buying right now, so which is why I've kind of justified this pause. Anyways, let me know if you have any questions. If you want to buy multifamily real estate with some guidance, check out the mentorship program down below. Otherwise, please like, comment, subscribe. Hope to see you next one. Thank you so much.